we're at the Climate Justice Convergence Center here in Montreal. It's about 4 blocks away from the negotiations, the Palais de Congrès. And it's where a couple hundred people have been organizing, painting banners, eating together, holding trainings, summits. We're telling stories about what all of the young people are doing here. We've been breaking stories way before the press are covering them. So all of the actions that are going on, we have the scoop like hours and a day or two before the other publications. And I wrote a piece about this this memo about Harlan Watson, who's the chief climate negotiator here for the US. There was a memo from ExxonMobil that recommended that they take him onto the delegation. And so I wrote a story about Harlan Watson and his connections to the Competitive Enterprise Institute and ExxonMobil and everything. And then yesterday, the Washington Post wrote an article talking about the memo, and that was like the story. And I wrote it 5 days ago. So the blog is really getting out there, and it's our way of telling our stories and getting it out more broadly.
America is a nation full of stories. We've always looked to stories for excitement, inspiration, and hope. What will our story be? We look at America today and see a dependence on foreign oil that is costing us jobs, polluting our air and water, and making our country less secure. We also see an incredible opportunity. This is where our story begins. Our goals include promoting a new national energy vision and to inspire and train new leaders of our nation. This summer, we take to the road.
It's July 7th, 2005, and today I wrote a blog for Grist magazine. While President Bush is in Scotland stalling yet another international agreement on global warming, dozens of us from all over the country have gathered directly across from the White House to partake in a 3-day fast to stop the madness. Our crowd of youth, environmentalists, and religious leaders are giving up food in an effort to prevent the starvation and death of millions that will inevitably result from the droughts and floods caused by global warming. We are working on computers and cell phones powered by solar panels to connect with hundreds of fellow fasters all over the country, inform the rest of the world, and we can only hope that President Bush and those unconvinced in the American public will wake from their anticlimactic slumber.
We're not eating for 3 days to protest the fact that our government has not signed the Kyoto Agreement. You know what that is? Mm-hmm. It would only lower pollution in our country by 5%. Yeah. But they can't do that. The climate is changing. The glaciers are melting. Too hot here, it's too cold there. Hot, yeah. Too many hurricanes, and now it's floods, and before it was dry, and now it's dry when it was being flood. I mean, everything, it could be really a terrible future. So if you have a chance, you could go to one of these websites and get some more information about what you can do.
We present our bodies here to bear witness to the irresponsibility of our government, to show solidarity with the millions of people who will go hungry from droughts caused by global warming. We need to draw a line in the sand and say, there is a better way. And the seeds of this better way are taking root all over this country and all over the world, and more are planted every day. With this fast, we are planting one of these seeds right in front of the White House. And I believe if we take good care and water it, this seed will spread deep roots and grow so tall it will be impossible to ignore.
We're doing the protest because we're out of time to address global warming. We want forthright action from the President and the U.S. Congress.
I hope that we can provide a sort of counterbalance to what the Bush administration is saying.
How are you feeling?
Good. I've gotten like 3 hours sleep in the last 2 nights. So sleep is more an issue than food at this point.
I'm starting to fade.
pretty badly.
You don't look like it.
I feel so tired.
I'm really hungry, and I'm thinking about many types of cuisine right now.
I'm just gonna lie down for like 10 minutes.
Good. Excellent.
But it's important to do this work. I'm really glad that we did this and that we came here. I think personally, it will be powerful and changing for some of the people here, which I think is important. Yeah, I love the campaign. I'm really excited about it. You know, we're beginning to work more with high schools now as well, which I'm really excited about because I got involved when I was a junior in high school and probably wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't gotten involved then. So I had no idea that I would drop out of college and devote my life to trying to build a social movement. There has been, sort of birth of a student climate movement in the last 5 years or so. There are now hundreds of campuses that are running clean energy and climate campaigns. By the end of this year, I expect we'll have over 1,000 schools registered in with the Campus Climate Challenge. So we're getting ready to meet 2 of the best leaders in the student climate movement.
Hello. Like every single person I talk to right now, everyone, is like, oh my God, there's no more important thing you could possibly be working on this moment than on energy issues, and college students are where it's at. I think there's so many pieces of this that just are gonna be magnetic to people. The campaign is gonna stick to them and they're gonna run with it and everything's gonna follow behind them. So starting now, the environmental movement, which has not really been all about winning things, is gonna win things.